You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie Hart, and Jason Cundy. You're going to hear from the managers following a big night in Europe. We've been taking calls on the Neymar debate and the Pele debate. I thought I'd get up some stats on Pele. He scored 2 goals in the 1958 World Cup final. 17 years old. He also scored a hat trick in the 1958 semi-final against France. Do you think Gyökeres can do that?
I'm just saying at that time. He was obviously...
And the Gyökeres monster.
No, at the time he was...
Score 5 goals in a semi-final and a final.
I don't know why Gyökeres has come into this.
Well, because you said...
No, I didn't say...
Well, you said he doesn't get in Arsenal's team.
No, what I'm saying is, right, I'm going to try and simplify this. At that time, obviously, he was the best player in the world. I'm not saying he wasn't. But compared to where we are now, it's a little bit like Bjorn Borg, okay? I watched Bjorn Borg win Wimbledon, right? Back in as a kid watching it. The way he played the game and with the tennis, he doesn't beat the top 20 now.
I don't know what you mean. He's not going to play with a wooden racket, is he?
But well, even if he did, the game was slow. Have you seen how slow?
I know, but I get
saying that now we are watching. This is fact. We are watching better players than Pele now. The way the game is played. That's the point I'm making.
No, we're not. We're just watching fitter players. We're watching better professionals. We're watching.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Better nurtured talent in terms of...
that's what you agree with me then.
Sports science.
Yes.
We're not watching better players. We're just watching better athletes.
But if you put Pele in today's game at the peak of his powers, he wouldn't live.
Oh, are you having a laugh?
He wouldn't.
Oh, but you're because you're putting him in a 1958 Pele.
Isn't that what we're comparing it with?
No, but if you're going to put him in today's... If you're going to put him in today's game, you've got to give him today's technology. You've got to give him today's attributes of performance.
But at the time, clearly, he was the best player on the planet. Right? There's no doubt about that. I'm not saying
But he wouldn't live in today's game.
No.
Oh, mate, honestly...
If Pele rocked up today in the peak of his powers, let's say he's 21, and you put him in that Barcelona team, he wouldn't know what's going on.
He scored 5 goals in the World Cup semi-final and the final.
What year?
1958. It's 17.
No, there's no doubt he's the best player on the planet at the time. But the levels have improved, the levels that have gone, and every year the speed of the game now.
Yes, but he would get up to that speed.
If you ask me, who would I rather take, Neymar or Pele? I'm taking Neymar. The Baller League.
I mean, that's outrageous as well. You've Baller Leagued off Neymar. He's got 79 goals for Brazil. Let's go to Craig. He's a West Ham fan. All right, Craig.
Evening, lads. How's it going?
I'm all right. I just can't believe the statements that Cundy's coming out with.
No, I can, to a certain extent. I can see both sides of what you've been trying to say, right, yeah? But I do see, if you had Pele now, right, yeah, and conditioned him the way of any other player, but then it's very hard to say because we never watched him. So, I mean, Jamie, you saying about how good Pele is, you can't really comment because you never really saw him, did you?
No, but I can comment based on facts. I can comment based on stats.
It's an eye test. Yeah, but
what do you mean? It's not an eye test. It's facts.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Because you know from watching players like Jason, you're a bit older than me, right? Yeah, so you'd have watched sort of players of your generation more, so you can really comment more on them. Like I can comment more on the players nowadays, and like up to sort of say like the late 90s players and that. So like so I'm saying so like Neymar, I'm feel the same about him. I'm not having him, honestly. I honestly think players like Zola's better than him, Bergkamp's better than him. I'd even say Dimitri Payet was better than him, honestly.
That's fair.
What do you mean that's fair? Come on, lads. Come on, lads. Come on.
Let him talk.
No, come on. You can't say Dimitri Payet and Neymar in the same sentence.
Listen,
Craig, I can have an argument with you about Zola or whatever and Bergkamp.
Shush.
No, Craig. I'm not having you come on here and say Dimitri Payet's better than Neymar.
Spurs, shush. I'd actually probably say Kulusevski's better than him. At least he's more product, right? Yeah.
He played all season.
Saying that when he's fit, yeah. Anyway, but would Neymar have done what Payet done in the last season at the Bowling?
That's a good question.
No, I don't think so.
It's a good question.
I don't think so. I don't think he would have.
What?
Good question.
What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Tricks.
Have you taken stupid pills?
No, I'm not. I'm not
have you
Thursday.
genuinely taken? Would Neymar do what
I'm not.
Dimitri Payet did at the bowling ground? He played at the Nou Camp and won the treble.
I'm not. I don't rate. I've never rated him. He was carried.
He's a baller player.
He was carried. He was carried by Messi.
What are we doing here? It's honestly, it's outrageous. It's outrageous.
It's not outrageous. It's
it
not.
is.
No, it's not. It's not outrageous.
It is outrageous.
It's not. When you look back at Neymar's career, he from the player you're trying to tell me he never achieved outside of Spain.
He won 30 major honours.
No, hold on. Don't give me 30 major honours, right? I want to know when he left Messi, what did he win?
He won the league. He won everything in France, but that's because he was playing in France.
I mean, I think that says it all. Really, nothing in Europe.
He got to the final of the Champions League. They lost.
What happened?
They lost.
Yeah. He missed 3 open goals.
He didn't miss 3 open goals.
I watched the game. I
remember the game. They weren't open goals.
He was terrible. Mate, he had one-on-ones.
He had a couple of one-on-ones.
Right, he was terrible that day.
Okay, but
terrible.
He carried the team there. He got the team there.
Messi carried him. That's the truth. Messi carried him. And he lived off that. And the reason he left Barcelona is because he knew when he was in the same team as Messi, he was never
Wouldn't
ever...
you love to watch Neymar in the Premier League now?
He wouldn't survive, mate.
That's not the question
Dan Burn. Dan Burn would just look at him. He'd melt.
Are you having a laugh?
No, I'm not.
Did you watch Dan Burn against Barcelona the other night?
Yeah, I'm just saying, Dan Burn would melt.
Did you watch him against Barcelona?
He would look
let's not disrespect... come on, the talent of elite players here right now. Don't start saying to me that Dan Burn would do this. They literally embarrassed them the other night, Barcelona, and it's not even the best Barcelona team that we've seen. And they just got completely embarrassed.
I'm being slightly facetious when I said that, right? But the point I'm trying to make is that Neymar, I just don't get it. I just simply do not get the hype. The most overrated player of his generation, ever.
I mean, I don't really know where to go with this because
what part don't you get? What part don't you understand? What part? Shall I break it down for you?
Well, it's just a massive disrespect to an elite level player. He's got 79 goals for Brazil.
Yeah,
and I just feel like it's a ridiculous statement. It's just like arrogance of like what you think the Premier League is.
No, I watched enough of him, and I saw enough of him. And there was a time when Chelsea were linked with him, right?
Is Neymar better than Saka?
No, give me Saka. Give me Saka.
You haven't laughed.
Give me Saka.
No, mate, come on.
No,
mate. Honestly, it's not even Spurs tonight, but I've got to go.
No, hold on. No, don't walk out. No, don't. Jay, I'm not going to let you past.
Jace,
Don't get past.
You can't tell me that Neymar's not better than Saka.
Try and get past. You ain't get past. Stay there.
I can't sit here. I can't sit here and do a show with you.
No,
you're talking like complete rubbish.
No, I'm not. If you asked me at the peak of Neymar's powers when I saw him in a Barcelona shirt, PSG shirt, whatever, you asked me who I'd rather see in a Chelsea shirt, Neymar or Saka. It's not even a difficult choice. It's not even tough. Neymar is not. He is not the guy. Saka, give me Saka. You ain't getting past.
I've never heard so much rubbish on this station in my life, and I've heard some guff come out of your mouth. But this is one of the worst statements ever.
You ain't getting past.
03717 22 33 44.